The more we get acquainted, then I can find more solutions for that person.
And so 8 years ago was a different time. When you got into this game, it was probably, in many ways easier, right? But you went through the thick of it, pandemics, increases, hopefully we're hopefully gonna be leveling off, right? Why don't you tell us about that like journey that you had, from just learning the craft to like now, like you said, you've helped people buy multiple homes, and you yourself, you told me you own multiple homes, so like what that process is like. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, absolutely. It's been a roller coaster in the mortgage industry. In the real estate industry, it's up and down. Like you said, I've been through the pandemic, which it was a crazy time. I mean, interest rates were the lowest you'll ever seen. And who knows? I don't think we're ever going to see something like that. 2%, that's just insane. And it's just amazing to be able to help all these individuals to get their homes, multiple homes. And like you said, yes, I do own a second home, which we rented through Airbnb. It's in Vermont. And the idea was the same, like we want our home for everyone to feel like they're at home. So that's the vibe we also give when we have it on Airbnb. It's just an amazing feeling to have guests come to your house, and we have had guests stay and come back multiple times. So they come and we have a notebook and they leave notes and they say, they feel like every time they come back to their home. So it's just amazing to see those things.
And on that topic of Airbnb, really cool, right? Like now I'm curious to see what it looks like, because it's already, Vermont is beautiful, and I'm sure you have a really nice place. So what made you be like, okay, this is an Airbnb investment property? Like, did you have that plan always, or is that something that just kind of progressed? You know more about the mortgage world, and you're like, why not?
Actually, you're gonna laugh. Me being in the industry, I'm not a risk taker. My wife is. So this was all this was all my wife's idea. She's always wanted a house in Vermont, specifically a cabin. She didn't want a house in Vermont. She wanted a cabin style home. But I wasn't really into the idea of Vermont. I was like, why not Florida? Like I like the ocean. So me being the giver, I said, okay, let's give it a try. So one time I was just like, okay, let's find a home. And after searching, thankfully it was right before everything went to chaos. So we found this beautiful cabin. We put an offer and we got accepted. And that's how we come up with the Airbnb idea and the cabin, because that's what she wanted. And ever since then, I love Vermont. I'm there every time I can. Every time we have a chance, we go there.
So in other words, what you're saying is that the wife always wins? All right, but no, Vermont is beautiful. I've been there. I fell in love first with Maine, then New Hampshire, and then Vermont. And they're each state is different, but they have that kind of homey vibe. Going in winter, so I saw your story from yesterday. You're in the middle of a storm, like in the middle of the woods. Very cozy, very nice. So congratulations again. Very smart investment, because Vermont is one of those places that I would love to go to an Airbnb. So obviously you made a smart choice there, right? So, well, the wife. Shout out to the wife. What's her name? Shout out Amanda for making a smart investment. Florida is cool, but Vermont is better. So